The Buffalo Bills fall short again. Another heartbreaker, this time in Buffalo to the Kansas City Chiefs. Welcome to Buffalo against the world.
This is Buffalo against the world. Sports talk with Kulu and
Cousin Brad.
Bills Mafia. It's our time.
Act like you know, baby.
Act like you know.
Welcome everyone to another edition of the Buffalo Against the World show right here on the Built in Buffalo platform. Make sure you like, share, subscribe right now. Cousin Brad will be with us momentarily. But for now, you are stuck with just me, Kulu. Another heartbreaker in Buffalo. This time it's in Buffalo. The Buffalo Bills fall short to the Kansas City Chiefs 27-24. Buffalo, tough loss for the fans, tough loss for the city, tough loss for Josh Allen, who played his absolute heart out. Please feel free to give us a call, tap in, give us a call to 563-999-3045. And please remember that this podcast, we must keep it clean. So please, no cursing. We know there's a lot of people frustrated about this game. So please, we'd like to hear from you, but please keep it clean and PG as you possibly can. And right now, Cousin Brad is in the building with us, man. And Cousin
Sorry,
Brad,
man, it took me a minute.
On a sad note,
Took me a minute.
Buffalo Bills fall to Kansas City Chiefs again. It seems like this is a revolving door. It's something that just keeps happening.
Not the way. Yeah, it's not the way the storybook ending to the season is supposed to go. Unfortunately, we are dealing with the Buffalo Bills. I want to thank everybody for tuning in to Buffalo Against the World. Thank you for wherever you're watching, like, share, and subscribe. But yeah, this was not what we wanted, not what we were expecting, and it literally came down to who's going to make the second mistake. And unfortunately, it was us. It was us. You cannot blame Josh Allen. He missed Diggs on a play. You can count that if you want to. You can't blame the coaching.
We're gonna get into all that.
But I mean, again, this.
I know. We got a lot of people want to talk about this, but let's do our thing here. Take us around.
We gotta keep the formation going. Keep the formation going. I got you. Let's go around the league.
Around the league.
All right, so we're going around the league. Let's get into it. The Green Bay Packers prevailed over the San Francisco 49ers. I'm sorry, no, they didn't. The 49ers prevailed over the Green Bay Packers 24-21. Shout out to the 49ers making another championship. They will host the Detroit Lions, the team we're about to talk about right now, because they prevailed over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 31-23. Shout out to the Motor City Kitties. We've been rooting for y'all all year. Y'all handled business when it came down to it. Now y'all got to go take care of business in California. So hopefully, y'all do your damage and do what y'all do. The AFC side, the Baltimore Ravens ended the Houston Texans city. Shout out to the Houston Moo-Moos doing their thing. CJ Stroud did his best this year. D'Amico Ryans and that whole organization has nothing to feel bad about. They have absolutely nothing but success going in the future. They just, couldn't finish this year. Baltimore's a juggernaut. Lamar Jackson solidified pretty much his MVP candidacy, killing them out there, doing his thing. Unfortunately, the Buffalo Bills fell to the Kansas City Chiefs. Just can't get past Kansas City, losing to them 27-24. And hot button issue. But let's talk about it. Let's dive in.
Yeah, man. First, let's get started, man, and let's talk about this game. Man, we can't talk about this Bills game without talking about the mishaps. We had one to James Cook, which was a clear touchdown. Would have been a clear touchdown. James Cook had a few of those this postseason and a few of those in the season where
in the regular season,
wide open catches for possible touchdowns and go ahead wins. So that's an issue right there. That we can point to one issue. I know people like to point to one issue. There were several in this game. Okay.
Yeah.
Cousin Brad, you got one for us out there?
So the issue that I had, definitely the issue I had was the fake punt. I have no idea what they were going for. I have no idea what they were doing. Fortunately for us, it ended up backfiring for them because they gave us a shot of redemption by fumbling in the end zone that became a touchback. But I absolutely have no idea what they were thinking doing that play. I don't know what DeMar Hamlin thought in his head to make a call. I get it. The balance was off. They had 10 guys on the field. But at the same time, you can't make a mistake against this team. You can't make a mistake at all. And that was the first one I seen in the game. And, let's keep it a buck. Tyler Bass is paid the ball.
I know you ready to go.
You said it. Come on.
I said, give me one. Give me one. All right, because we know that's a sensitive one with the Norwood situation. We know.
Fine. I didn't even say that name. I didn't even say that name.
We know.
Okay.
So you got the fake punt. I'm going with another drop pass, two of them to Sherfield. Sherfield meets two pretty much deep passes where he dropped them. This wide receiving core right now as a whole, not good enough. So that's my second. What's your second?
I disagree. I disagree with that. I think our wide receiver core is better than the wide receiver core that they put on the field yesterday. Aside from Rice and Kelsey, they have no good wide receivers. Nicole Hartman is not that good, and none of the other receivers that they had can line up to the receivers that we put on the field. We were missing big play Gabe, big game Gabe, whatever you want to call him. Diggs dropped a long touchdown to hit him directly in the arm. I mean, we could go back. We could point the finger to who did what and who did who and what did this and what did that. But I don't think the wide receiver core is the problem because their wide receiver core is weaker than ours. And look where they are compared to where we are.
But you just mentioned another mishap, which is Diggs dropping very crucial right in his hands. Right in his hands.
Yep.
I mean, that's another mishap right there. Again, this is why when we get into our win and sin segment, we're going to talk about the wide receivers as a whole group. But Diggs, I mean, come on, man. We've heard complaints about you all season long. This is your opportunity. And we're going to talk a little bit more about Diggs and in this situation, his struggles and whatnot. And then, of course, you mentioned Tyler Bass. That's 5 mishaps right there where we missed points.
You cannot have that.
You cannot have that against a team like the Kansas City Chiefs. We cannot. Listen, this is the difference between great teams. This is the difference between great and okay or good teams. Good teams make those plays. When you don't make those, and then we got one more mishap that we forgot about, which is Josh Allen. His only mistake of the game to me was missing that one throw to Shakir. But technically, it really wasn't his fault because there was pressure coming from the right side there. But he missed the throw. He did have Diggs wide open in the flats. He didn't take that. He chose to go for the touchdown, which I'm not against. I'm more or less
not against it either.
So that's 6 mishaps right there, which Buffalo could have capitalized on points on every single one of them, and we did not.
You hit the nail on the head. I'm not mad at Josh Allen for trying to get a touchdown rather than hitting Diggs and across the middle on a drag route because he catches it. We win the game. So I'm not against that at all. Patrick Mahomes made a couple of incomplete passes as well. It was a chess match. It was literally a chess match, and it literally came down to who's going to make the first mistake. We made the first mistake on the punt return. The fake punt. We made the first mistake there. They made the mistake to counter our mistake. And was it Nicole Hartman or was it Rice? Who was it?
Rice. I believe it was Rice.
Rice. It was Rice. Okay, well, Rice fumbled, went in our favor for a touchback.
Hartman did the fumble.
It was Nicole Hartman. Okay, Nicole Hartman fumbled. Yeah, he fumbled in our end zone, which became a touchback, which was great. So, all right, we're back to even now. We're driving down the field. I'm okay with Josh going for the touchdown. I'm okay with that. He played a clean game.
I'm okay with that too. I'm just saying.
Yeah, he played a clean game.
Got to make that throw. Got to make that throw.
Yeah, true.
All right, let's open up the phone lines here. We got a couple calls already on the line here. 716-536. We're going to pull you in here, and please just refrain from any profanity on the podcast. We will cut you off immediately if you start that. We know it's very frustrating, but we need to maintain our professionalism.
Maintain composure, please.
All right, so
We
here we
are
go.
right there with you. Trust us.
716-536. You're on Buffalo Against the World with Kulu and Cousin Brad. What's going on? Tell us your name and what's your thoughts on this game.
Talk to us.
You're on Buffalo Against the World with Kulu and Cousin Brad. Tell us your name and what's your thoughts on this game.
Okay, I think we having technical difficulties. Yeah, we having technical difficulties.
All right, you got to turn your radio down, man. You got to turn your radio down and tell us something. Talk to us, man. All right, you got to turn your radio down, man. All right, let's go to another call here. Give us a call back.
Let's call it.
716-698. You on Buffalo Against the World with Kulu and Cousin Brad. What's going on?
We know who it is.
What's going on, my brothers? What's going on, my brothers?
What's going on, Brody?
Jay Reezy, what up?
Outside of the two major things y'all touched on, okay, from the fake punt and Tyler Bass missing, can we please address the real elephant in the room about this game that I'm really having a concern about? Is the terrible game management of Sean McDermott.
Jay Reezy, we not. Jay Reezy, hold on, man.
Stop it.
Hold on, Jay Reezy. We gotta address this too. And Jay Reezy, I love you, bro, but no, Sean McDermott, with the exception of the punt call, the fake punt, I have no problem with.
None whatsoever.
If you want to go with that, go ahead.
None whatsoever. I have nothing.
You had opportunities to get first downs if you just took what the defense gives you. But you managed to do that and put DeMar Hamlin in a situation that wasn't really meant to be there.
Yeah.
And that's all that really is a big problem. You're going against the Kansas City Chiefs, a team that is determined to win at any cost. There was no need for the fake punt situation there.
All right. Well, appreciate the call, Jay.
I don't understand what he meant, but go ahead. I'll let you go.
I get it. People are mad about the fake punt. I'm really not in for McDermott scrutiny today, and I'm not in it for Josh Allen scrutiny today. I think players play, coaches coach. Guys, I mean, let's just be honest. Guys run in the position, they couldn't stop Kelsey on defense. They couldn't stop Kelsey. They couldn't get to the quarterback. We had a healthy defensive line rotation. Could not get to the quarterback. I don't know how much of that is on the coaches or the players. I don't know.
Not either.
They
made adjustments. They made adjustments in the second half. They made adjustments in the second half by putting Sarah Neal on Travis Kelsey. And it kind of worked. But to be fair with our coaching staff, they couldn't stop James Cook. They had no answer for that man. They had no answer for James Cook at all. There were a couple of run plays where he got stopped for, a couple loss, but overall, he was pretty much unstoppable that entire game. Offensive line played great. So, I mean, I'm not going to dump on McDermott. I'm not going to dump on Allen. This was a perfect game, man. If this was an average middle-of-the-road team, we blowing these boys out. But we playing the Kansas City Chiefs, man, and you can't do stuff like that. That ain't going to get it done, bro.
Yeah, so that leads me to my next point. And please keep the phone calls coming at 563-999-3045 and the text chats as well. Defense was missing in action, Cousin Brad. As we go into winning sin, we're going to break down individual positions, but missing in action as a whole. I mean, secondary, missing in action, tackling, missing in action against the run game, getting zero pressure. I'm not going to say zero, but I'm gonna give you maybe 0.5 pressure on Mahomes. You didn't really throw him off his square throughout the whole entire game.
Which is not an easy task to do.
It's not. But for this defensive line rotation, you got to get hands up. I didn't see none of that. I didn't see no tip balls. I didn't see any. You got to make these guys. I didn't see nobody punching a football out. I didn't see none of that. I didn't see. So defense.
Let it out.
Zip. Zattle. They get no props from me, bro. No props from me. They looked weak out there. They looked weak, and they looked afraid. And they looked like the moment was too big for them. They can't get no props from me today, man. Go ahead.
All right. You speaking out of frustration and anger. because let me just break it. Let me just break it down. Let me just break it down for you. Yes, Travis Kelce was their X factor. Travis Kelce was their X factor. We had no answer for him throughout the entire game. We had no answer. In the second half, they made adjustments and put Sarah and Neal on him to kind of match up that situation. Didn't really work. Overall, I think the defense did their best. They did their best out there. Rasul Douglas, he's going on a bum knee. He made a couple of bad plays. I'm not mad at Dane Jackson. Dane Jackson probably played the best game of his career. I'm not even gonna hold you. I am a huge criticizer of Dane Jackson.
What makes you think Dane Jackson played the best game of his career?
Dane Jackson played the best game of his career because they could. If I'm the Chiefs, I'm picking on him all day. He is, to me, I've always said this on every podcast, on every platform, or every social media site. To me, he was not an NFL cornerback. Yesterday, he played his position pretty well. He had a couple of crucial blocks or knockdowns out of the way, made tackles when he had to. So I have no gripe with Dane Jackson at all. Micah Hyde, hey, man, Father Time is undefeated, bro. Father Time is undefeated, bro. You're too old out there. You're too old. Hey, hold on. AJ Klein, you did your best you could do. You came off the couch. We appreciate it. Dodson played a great game. I'm not mad at him. Did not know where Ed Oliver was. If you had to put somebody that was not a non-factor, I have no idea. I don't even know if Ed Oliver even played yesterday. Yeah. I don't even know if he even played yesterday.
I did see Vaughn out there a lot. Got to give props to Vaughn.
I will give Vaughn another credit. He showed up. He showed up yesterday.
Tackles. He made some pressures. Didn't get to him.
Showed up.
But he showed up. Cousin Brad, let's give these callers some opportunity here.
Okay.
I know a lot of people want to vent. 716-544, you on Buffalo Against the World. Please refrain from any profanity while you are on the podcast. We do have sponsors, and we don't need that type of smoke. So tell us your thoughts on this game. 544, tell us your name, and let's go from there. Go ahead.
Cool.
What's going on?
It's Easy.
What's going on, Easy?
What's going on, bro?
What up? What up?
Cooling out.
Man, I'm defeated over here, bro. But go ahead, talk to me, man.
All right. What I want to talk about, we got exposed for not having no linebackers.
Yeah.
That's fair.
They picked on us all. Kelce ain't had a good game all season, and he eats the most against us in the crunch time. Why we didn't make no adjustments in the second half? I mean, what's wrong with McDermott?
We tried.
Yeah. You know, bro, Easy. Here's my thing with McDermott, and I've been saying this all season. I'm really not gonna go all in on him, but I do think he really struggles with game time decisions, and when it comes to the second half adjustments, making second half adjustments, he doesn't realize a lot of times that you can't play the game the exact same way. Even we were trying to run the ball the exact same way that we were running in the first half, and it really wasn't working. So you got to make adjustments, and you got to think about what the other coaches thinking. So I completely agree with you, bro. I completely agree, man. Yeah, man. Definitely got to make halftime adjustments because that really kicked our butt yesterday.
Hey, Manuel.
Yeah.
This Jeff Taney right here, bro.
What's good, Jeff?
I had a couple of. I agree with both of you fellas. It's a lot of elements why we lost that game. Can we point out any particular element? Maybe not. But the coaching.
Yes, we can.
Has something to do with decision making. The decision making, I think, was poor. I don't think that to win a game like this, when it's all a bubble gum, that you got to get out the machine, you play like this.
Yeah.
So, like I said, I agree with everything that you guys are saying, but can we really pinpoint? I couldn't even sleep last night.
Yeah. I mean,
we do have to address the elephant in the room. And what is the elephant? There's players that we're not going to have next year. There's also what they're gonna do with McDermott. I mean, we got to. I'm sorry.
Yeah. All right, bro, Jeff, man.
Y'all ready to throw in the towel, man?
Man, we all sick over here, man.
Are we really ready to throw in the towel though on McDermott? Are you really ready to wave the white flag on McDermott, bro?
A lot of people are 954-2070. You on Buffalo Against the World. Please refuse from any profanity on the podcast. Tell us your name and let us know your thoughts. 954.
Ishmael, can you hear me?
Ishmael, what's going on, my brother?
There you
I know.
Heartbroken, but
I know, bro.
I was at the game yesterday.
go.
Being behind them, I was on second row, right where the heater was at. You can look at a lot of their faces on the defensive side. They looked defeated every time they came over to that heater. And I really think the defense did everything they could with what they had. They lost so much. You got to give them that. They played their hearts out, but the talent level just wasn't there across the board with what they put on the field. But from an offense perspective, I give McDermott and Brady a lot of credit for running the ball, but there's no creativity running the ball. James Cooks gets the ball, it's a straight run up the gut all the time.
Yep.
And
I would disagree, but I'll get into that.
They were just clamping down on that. I mean, he started losing 1-2 yards every time he ran at one point there. There's no creativity. Why do you have Shakir run a sweep? Go to the right, go to the left. It's always right up the gut.
Yeah, man. Ishmael, man. I appreciate you, my brother. Built in Buffalo all day. Man. It was again another real tough thing to watch in this game. The lack of creativity sometimes, especially in the second half. I think the first half we had pretty good control offensively of the game. But in the second half, we really, really, really lost a lot of it. And here's something James Cook got to work on, man. He holds that ball too loosely. He holds that ball too loosely. He holds it wide like this. He's got to hold it to his body. And a lot of times when he's going to the ground, it gets poked out. It happened in the beginning in that game.
Yeah.
Fortunately, we jumped on it. But this has to stop.
Twice.
He needs to work on that. It happened twice. Okay, there you go.
Okay, hold on. Let me chime in. Hold on. Let me chime in real quick.
We gotta get Unc in here. Big Unc, what's going on? How you feeling, Unc?
Hey, you guys. How you doing today?
Good.
What's up, Dad? What's up, Dad?
I'm just calling to say something good about the show. You guys are the good ones. You guys are very good. I've been following you guys since the show began on the radio, and you guys are doing wonderful.
Thank you.
Wonderful.
We appreciate you.
And I know it's a down time, but I just wanted to give you guys a little step up because you guys are doing fine.
Thank you, Unc, man. We greatly appreciate you, man, and love you always. Constantly supporting us here on the show, and we're gonna keep going, man. And we thank Built in Buffalo for this opportunity.
Absolutely.
You had a lot to say.
First of all, shout out to my dad for calling in. You talk about support. My dad literally watches the show every single week, and he tells me about it every single week. And he's right. He's been listening since me and you were on the cell phones, had to mute each other's cell phones to go back and forth. So he's definitely a supporter. Huge shout out to you. Thank you, Dad, for calling, and we greatly appreciate it. To the caller's point, as far as the creativity, I think what they did was very creative. What they did was they ran an unbalanced left, and they were running to the right side in the first half, and it was unstoppable. Joe Brady came to play. Steve Spagnuolo, the defensive coordinator for the Chiefs, that is not a dude you want to be on the other side of the sidelines with. His defense is not easy to decipher, and they ran a lot of blitzes in the second half, and Joe Brady he was a quarterback's coach before he became the offensive coordinator. He did his best yesterday. He ran an unbalanced line. We kept running the ball left. I think that was very creative. He kept getting James Cook the ball, ran a couple quarterback draws to Josh Allen. I think he did a heck of a job. If I don't have anything bad to say about Joe Brady and the play calling ability, I think they did great yesterday. Couple of misses, but I mean, if we're hitting some of those guys that we missed, we're having a completely different conversation today. So I have nothing but respect for Joe Brady and what he did against Steve Spagnuolo's defense.
Yeah, I think he did a great job in the first half. I'm really not going to, I'm focused more on his defense. Lack of tackling. Again, couldn't stop Pacheco. I mean, this defensive line was healthy. Linebacking core was not. We know that. We know what we're dealing with a second, third linebacker guy who came up from the practice squad to start. Try to trick
Straight off the couch.
Now that's something I will say. Bad planning right there. If you really thought that AJ Klein was going to be up to the task to guard Travis Kelce, no. You really should have probably I would have been happier putting Elam on him or somebody else that's at least a little bit taller, or in Sharon Neal.
Yeah.
And
they did that in the second half. Yeah.
I mean, you can't let him go off. McDermott is usually very, very good at taking the team's best weapon away, and he did not do that. So that is something.
I'll give you that.
That was an issue for me. Here's another issue. Stephon Diggs struggled. I watched Joe Brady move Stephon Diggs, what I've been asking for all season long. I was vouching for Diggs. I said, yo, move him around, scheme him open. They did. They put him in the H-back. They put him right next to Josh. They put him in the slot. They put him in the outside.
They put him at the wing. That was weird.
He did not deliver, period. He had a big, last week he had a bomb. He dropped it. The week before that, bomb, didn't catch it. This week, right in your hands, you didn't catch it. Listen, man, enough with the excuses, Diggs. You are our number one receiver, our best playmaker on this team besides not named Josh Allen, and you didn't show up. You did not show up, bruh. You didn't. I'm sorry. At the end of the day, his struggles have been evident ever since Joe Brady took over. I mean, it's really the issue. They say when receivers hit that 30-year age, the decline begins. I'm not talking about stats. Yes, he had 100 catches. Yes, he had 1,000 yards. It didn't show up in the playoffs. And I was the one, and you know this, was the one saying that guy has the Michael Jordan mentality that I like. He did not show it in that game.
Okay. All right. So as far as Stephon Diggs, and I know we're gonna have some comments there. We probably gonna have some calls here. I'm gonna be real, Stephon Diggs. You've been, I don't want to say you've been acting out. I don't want to say, you've been defiant. I don't want to say you haven't been the best teammate because, when the game's in there, you show up. You take criticism well. You support your teammates. I can't be mad at you. You want to win. You got drive, determination, and all that. But bro, you ain't Marvin Harrison, bro. Marvin Harrison catches that pass. You ain't Randy Moss, bro. Randy Moss catches that pass. You ain't Terrell Owens. Terrell Owens go out there with a half ankle and get 126 yards and a touchdown. You ain't one of them players, bro. I'm gonna be real.
Facts.
Kulu touched on it earlier. It's great players, and he all right. I'm sorry, bro. After yesterday's game, bro, you all right.
Yeah.
Just gonna call a spade, bro.
Yeah. And
Kelce catches that pass.
Yeah.
His dude's better than you. His dude's better than you, and
separates the greats from the good players.
The goods.
That's
facts.
Let's keep it 1,000. There's no doubt he's a good receiver, a great receiver, but
I'm not knocking your talent, bro. But Randy Moss catches that. Marvin Harrison catches that. Terrell Owens catches that. Larry Fitzgerald catches that. You didn't catch it.
Yep. I'm not
Josh.
Can't. It was there. I can't make. I'm not here, and I'm not babying nobody. At the end of the day, if you paid to catch balls, you catch 150 balls a day. Okay, there is no excuses not to make even tough catches when you're Stephon Diggs and you've been doing it as long as you've been doing it. This is one of the biggest games of your career. It's in Buffalo. The fans are behind you.
It's what you wanted. They gave you what you wanted, bro. And they
not going.
Hey, Patrick Mahomes showed up. Shout out to you, Angel. Patrick Mahomes showed up. Travis Kelce showed up. Isaiah Pacheco showed up. Josh Allen showed up.
Mm-hmm.
Beautifully
thrown. Beautiful. Like,
it was perfect.
can you imagine the highlight if he catches that, man?
It was
Can you
perfect.
imagine the highlight we're talking about today if he makes that catch? Come on, man. And he's going all the way for the touchdown, bro. Like that hurts, man. That hurts. That hurts. That hurt me, man.
Being real. I'm just being real, man. Like, yo, it separates the goods from the greats, bro. Playoffs separates the goods from the greats. Marvin Harrison, Terrell, Randy, Jerry, like Andre Reed. I can go down a list. I can go down a list, bro. It's dudes that would have caught that pass. Fortunately, bro, you got to sit on your couch watching other people do it, man.
Yeah, man. And you know, again, I know people want to talk about the Sherfield, but and more than Diggs, but I'm not, because Sherfield is Sherfield. Sherfield has not
exactly.
gotten much playing time.
Like, I don't expect him to make that play, bro.
Exactly. Like, I honestly.
You catch that, I'm like, oh my God, did you see what he did? Like that, yeah, that's what happens. It's like, oh well, hey.
But you know, we gotta give props who we've been giving props to past 3 weeks. Khalil Shakir, man. We've been saying it. We've been begging this team to put him at the number 2 receiver. I really love this guy, man. He makes plays, man. No matter where you put him on the field. This kid is exciting. He makes plays. I want to see more from him next year. He trained with Eric Moulds this past offseason. Yeah. He ain't Moulds. Man, he's showing up. He's making the catches that he should be making. And he's showing out. He's the best receiver out there last night.
I'm going to be real. This dude earns everything he gets out there. He goes out there and literally, you talk about dudes leaving it on the field. Your man leaves it all on the field. He leaves it all on the field, whether it's blocking, and he's not the best blocker, but he'll try. He'll try to throw a body at somebody. He can't block. I'll give you that. He can't block. But he tries to block somebody. He can't block. He can't block. But, I mean, he goes out there, he runs his routes, and he lays it on the line, and he gives his 100%. So I have nothing but he has a bright future ahead of him. Shout out to him.
I like this chat from Randy right here. It's time for Shortner, man. I wanted to see Shortner this year. I like his frame. I like his height. He's 6'4". He can jump. I'm looking forward to seeing him next year, man. So I look forward to seeing what he can do, especially if Gabe doesn't come back. I do know that Gabe said he is open to returning to Buffalo. I'm not willing to give him what they think he's supposed to get. What he's estimated to get, I'm letting him go.
He'll get it somewhere else, yeah.
Yeah, shout out to Eric Moulds for that, man. It's just, you know.
Can't thank you enough, bro. I praise you. The Bills' best receiver, I'll say it on camera in front of thousands watching, Eric Moulds is the best Bills receiver ever. Yes, I said that. And I will die with that until someone proves me wrong.
Yo, you know what? Here's what you don't.
I met Andre Reed in person.
Here's what you don't. We're gonna stop this Andre Reed slander. And here's why
I love Andre. I love him. I love Andre.
Because in order to beat a man, you gotta what? What Ric Flair say?
You gotta beat the man.
Okay, so in statistics, you talk about pure talent. We could get into this another day. You talk about pure talent. Yes, Eric Moulds is more purely talented than Andre Reed, but he never went to a Super Bowl. Never was close. Never willed his team like Andre has done. Let's not even go there. But they both were the 2 best receivers. I'll give you that. All right, we got to go into this one right here, cousin Brad. Go ahead. You on this one. This is you. You lead this one. Yes, you are. Go ahead. Special teams. Go ahead.
All right. I'm going to say this without using words that I used last night in front of my 10-year-old. I actually woke him up from sleeping. Sorry, Braden. I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this as polite as I can. Okay. So we pay a kicker. We pay a kicker a lot of money to kick a ball that is 11 and a half inches long through 2 pointy sticks that are 18 and a half feet apart. That's your job. We don't ask you to run the ball. We don't ask you to catch the ball. You tried to no, you didn't try to make a tackle. You didn't try to make a tackle. You got in the way. Because I haven't forgot about that. Haven't forgot about it. But we don't pay you to tackle. We pay you to kick this pigskin ball through a gap that's 18 and a half feet apart. Hey, it's outdoors. It gets windy. You got one job. That wasn't a game winner. That wasn't life's on the line. It wasn't the Super Bowl. I get it. Bro, you got to make that kick. And here's what make it bad. We let the last one slide. Like last week in the playoffs, we was like, all right, we was up. We really didn't care. We let it slide. We let a couple of misses slide.
Right.
This one, we ain't letting this slide, bro. If any franchise in the National Football League knows about kickers and how important they are and what they mean to this team, I know you a Georgia boy. You ain't really up on what happens and stuff, but bro, this you don't want to miss field goals, especially you don't want to miss them. Oh boy, I'm not gonna say it. You don't want to miss them not left. I'm not gonna say the two words. Because it's just gonna make me mad. You don't want to miss not left.
My childhood nightmare. I still have nightmares of Mom said the Bills win. Go school tomorrow.
Man. Oh God! Don't do it.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So special teams.
Way I can say it.
We talked about the fake punt. That was terrible. I mean, you mean to tell me you couldn't come up with a better game plan? You got Damar Hamlin trying to run up the middle for 6 yards. What are you thinking? He didn't even try to go to the outside, nothing. He just tried to run up the middle. Like, what are you doing? Terrible.
I don't know.
Yeah, that one is on McDermott. I'm gonna give you that one. That one was definitely on McDermott. At this time, make sure you like, share, subscribe. Built in Buffalo, the platform that brings you Buffalo against the world. Right now, we're gonna do Bills Mafia roll call. Look, man, we know y'all down. We know we all down.
We know you down.
Family.
We understand.
Yep. You heard what Benny said. Bills Mafia. You say Bills Mafia, that mean family to me. So we still family. Where you at? Check in wherever you are. Y'all know we right here in Buffalo, New York. Where are you at?
Check in
down below. Check in. We want to make sure everybody doing all right.
Why did they let Hamlin run that? Like, of all players that have a magnifying glass on them on the field, every time he's on the field, he don't even have to be doing nothing. He has a magnifying glass on him. Oh, look, there's 3. We all know he's on the field. Like, you couldn't get nobody else to run that fake punt. No other running back or receiver out there. You couldn't. Nobody else. You let Hamlin do it. Why? Like, if he would have got the first down, I know Jim Nance probably would have had a I can't even say the word. I know Jim Nance would have gave him praise, but why him?
We got Hamilton in the house. Shout out to Hamilton, Ontario in the building. We got
north of the border. We love you.
Is in the building. We got Indy in the building. Yeah, man. Man.
Out to Indy.
I don't know, man. I don't know. We got Dallas in the building.
Texas. You know how we do down there, baby. Down Texas, baby.
Yeah, man. It was.
Oh God! Why did you let Hamlin run that? Like, why? Why even do it? Like, I don't even understand.
Like, 30, like that just did not.
That was wrong. Like, that was wrong.
Yeah,
you know what?
Right here, Buffalo had 78 plays. Kansas City had 48 plays by their offense.
Yeah.
Again, and they were just running down the field on us. Like,
but it was scoring quick.
They was getting yards in bunches. That's how bad the defensive play. That's why my number one target today was the defense. You know,
They score quick. Yeah.
number one, defense. Number two, Diggs, because he's your superstar receiver. Number three was special teams.
Well, I mean, let's look at it from a logic perspective. I want to keep Patrick Mahomes off the field as much as possible. I want to keep him on the sideline. So if he scored quick, great. We got the ball. We got the ball. I don't want him because you see what he do. Oh man, you see what he does when he has a certain amount of seconds. I'm not gonna say the amount of seconds that he has. You see what he could do in a certain time span that we're not gonna mention on this show. But I want to keep him on the sidelines as much as possible. That's what I want to do.
Rock Hill, South Carolina, in the building. Shout out to Rock Hill.
Out to South Carolina. Love it. Love it.
Off of South Carolina.
Can I give a shout out real quick? I want to give a shout out to Taylor Swift. Yes, she was in the building. I want to give her. Hold on. Hear me out. Hear me out, Bills Mafia. Hear me out. Okay. This is why I want to give a shout out to her. Because she was my son's mother works in the suite, and she gave my son's mother the opportunity to have a selfie and gave her $100 tip for the work that she put in yesterday. So shout out to Taylor Swift. You good. Any money you give, to keep money in my pocket, we cool. The feud is over. Whatever.
Yeah,
that's all I want to say. That's all I want to say.
They said the fans really enjoyed him, and he was taking pics with.
Oh yeah, yo.
Shout out. Was it Jason Kelsey?
Can we just make him? Can we just adopt him? Because he's cool. Like, he's cool. He went out to Pencil Rob's thing. He took the shot out of the bowling ball. He had his shirt off the entire game. Toa.
He lived a full experience out there. So.
Yo, for real. I can't wait to watch this podcast. Yo, Jason, if you want to get on the podcast, bro, you got an open invitation, bro. I know your brother plays for the other team, but, bro, you good. Like, you good. Like, I want you on the – I want you. We can adopt you, bro.
Yeah,
we can adopt you.
He definitely came out there, was looking like Fitzy out there, the shirt off.
Yo, for real, shirt off. Like, shirt off, man. Toe up. Love Jason Kelsey. I don't care for your brother, but you good. You good, bro. You good.
Yeah, man. We don't care about the Swifties like that. But yo, win or sin. Let's go down the line, cousin Brad. Starting with the quarterback play. Josh Allen was amazing yesterday. I believe he only, to me, he had probably two mistakes. He had a fumble that really didn't that bounced back our way. So that didn't really hurt us in the game particularly. And then he had the missed throw at the end of the game to Shakir that would have been a go-ahead touchdown. Other than that, ran the ball well. He didn't turn the ball over. He threw the ball well. I mean, that's a fantastic throw. Fantastic throw for Josh Allen to Shakir. Fantastic throw on the run. I mean, what more can we say about this dude, man? This dude's an animal, man. He did it all. He left it all on the field. He left it all on the field, man. Any thoughts on cousin Brad on
Josh Allen? Yeah,
understand.
I feel bad for him, man. I feel bad for him because honestly, it's like when you're watching a movie and the villain wins. Like you see the protagonist, he's going in and he's like doing everything right. He's not letting up, and he just keeps giving his all, and the villain wins at the end. Like, the only thing that would have made it better is if we would have won this game. He played a great game. He ran 2 touchdowns in, threw a dime to Khalil Shakir. Like, he played like a champion. And I have nothing, definitely a win. This is, I wish he would have won. Because it's just going to be one of those games where be like, hey, man, he gave his all. They still lost, though. Yeah. Like, that's what it is, unfortunately.
Yeah. All right, let's go to running back James Cook and Ty Johnson and Josh Allen. Beautiful game, giving them a win. They ran the ball very well, extremely well. I mean, there's not much I can say. They played well. They played their hearts out. Ty Johnson did great. Complimenting Stephon Diggs. I'm sorry, not Diggs. Complimenting James Cook. I'm giving them a win.
I'm giving him a win as well. Ty Johnson showed up. James Cook balled out. Josh Allen balled out. Offensive line did their job. Unbalanced left, unbalanced right. Even got Diggs a carry. I'll give him credit where he carried the ball. He gave him a carry. shout out to them, man. They did their job. They absolutely did their job.
Yeah. Chuck says Buffalo appreciation to a world billionaire star, which she earned. She did choose to come to our neighborhood, and Buff was just like cold. Yeah, man. Shout out to Taylor, man. She did show a lot of love to the people out there.
Mad cool.
But Buff Bills Mafia, we are very hospitable people. We are very, very hospitable people.
Now,
I
to
mean,
be fair,
I witness it at game day hospitality every time, every home game. How we welcome other fans from other cities. They eat with us, they sit with us, they joke with us. We throw the football around to us. We laugh, we play with their kids. We have great times with them. We drink.
unless your name is Nick Wright. In that case, if your name is Nick Wright, we had to feed the pit. Somebody forgot to throw Nick in there. Somebody forgot to throw him in there. Just saying.
Definitely.
Just saying. He was at the game, and we didn't feed the pit.
Yeah. All right, so we got the offensive line. I'm giving the offensive line a win, Cousin Brad. I think they controlled the line of scrimmage for us. They opened up holes. They kept Josh pretty clean throughout the game. No complaints with the offensive line. I think this is the offensive line you have to keep gelled together for the next few seasons. They are very good. They had a very good season. I'm giving them a win. Where you going?
I'm giving them a win as well. And I mean, Deion Dawkins, Osiris Torrance, man, he had an excellent season for being a rookie. He was absolute steal in the second round. So shout out to him. Mitch Morris, obviously, Father Time is undefeated. You know, I think he's coming back next year. All these boys coming back in. I give the offensive line definitely a win.
Yeah, definitely. All right, now here we go. Controversy. The wide receivers, I'm giving them a sin. I am giving them a sin, with the exception of Dalton Kincaid and Khalil Shakir. I am saying that was a absolute sin, Cousin Brad. Again, Stephon Diggs, our best wide receiver, didn't show up. Obviously, we know we didn't have Gabe Davis. I didn't see much from Knox out there. I didn't see much from Sherfield out there. Man, I gotta give them a sin. Where you going?
I'm gonna go with a meh. And the only reason why I'm not gonna give them a sin is because a lot of that is because we lost. Because if we won, we might be having a different conversation. So I'll give them a meh. Because Dalton Kincaid and Khalil Shakir, they did play well. And yeah, Diggs did drop that bomb that hit him in the arms and literally could have saved the game. But he did have some catches that were crucial. Dawson Knox had a couple of catches that were crucial. Dalton Kincaid, man, you got a bright future, my dude. You are heads up on everything. You done knocked away 2 balls that fell on the ground. One you got a penalty on, which shouldn't have been a penalty, but whatever. Give or take. But heads up plays. That dude's IQ is off the charts. So Dalton Kincaid. So I want to give them a meh. I'll give them a meh.
All right. Let's go over to the defensive side of the ball. And let's start with the defensive line. Start right up front. I'm going to give them a sin. Didn't get enough pressure. Where was Ed Oliver? Vaughn Miller did show up. His credit. Where was Leonard Floyd? Didn't see him very much. Where was A.J. Epinesa getting those tip passes? Didn't see him very much. Where was Rousseau? Didn't see him very much. Where was Jones? Daquan Jones? Didn't see him very much. I'm giving him a sin.
I got to give them a sin as well. There was a Vaughn Miller sighting. There was a Vaughn Miller sighting yesterday. He was in uniform. He made a play. Ed Oliver, I couldn't even tell you if he showed up yesterday. Floyd, not there. Rousseau, not really there. LJ Epinesa, kind of there. But yeah, I don't know where the hog mollies on the defensive line were yesterday. They just were getting blown up. So, and they kept Patrick Mahomes extremely clean, which, to be fair, it is not easy to sack this guy. It's not easy to sack Patrick Mahomes. But at the same time, you got to force him to throw the ball, which is not an easy task either. But I'm not going to make excuses. Y'all didn't show up yesterday.
Well, here's the thing. When you have guys 6'4", 6'5", like we have on our defensive line. AJ Epinesa, I believe he's 6'6", 6'7". You got Rousseau, who's 6'5". You got Vaughn Miller, who's 6'3". You got guys who are Daquan Jones is like 6'3". These guys are bigger guys. You got to get them hands up. You got to get a tip off. Even if you can't get to them, you got to do something. They did not contribute.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to
the
the
offensive line is very good.
Yeah, he is very good.
I mean, you let Patrick Mahomes get breathed on, you get fired. So, I mean, no pressure. No pressure. I'm just saying. Just saying.
All right, let's go to our linebacking core. Obviously, we were seriously injured at linebacker position.
Bernard not being there.
It's a sin. I mean, couldn't do anything with Kelsey. Couldn't stop anyone. Really didn't tackle very well with the containing the run.
Yeah.
Sin.
I gotta give him a meh. I can't give him a sin because we're talking third string dudes. We're talking about third string dudes. AJ Klein, 12-year veteran. You came off the couch, bro. And yeah, you showed up and led the team in tackles against Pittsburgh. But you're going out there against Kansas City, man. This is the top-notch team. This is the dude that did exactly what he's supposed to do. This is the top tier. You guys did the best you could, but we got our third stringers out there. No Matt Milano. No Terrell Bernard. Dotson tried his best. The new boy, the 42. He was a heat-seeking missile. He did his best, but he young. He gonna learn. I gotta give him a man. Man. They did their best with what they had. The dude just commented. He just commented.
My thing is, I'm not expecting you to stop Kelsey, but I am expecting you to tackle. I think that's the first thing any football player learns is to tackle, shoot gaps and tackle. They did not do that very well. Can't give them a win for me. All right, so let's go down to the secondary. Sin. They got whatever they wanted. They got plays and chunk plays. We didn't tackle well back there either. The receivers, who are the Kansas City receivers, really, with the exception of Rice? I mean, Cindy Sands.
Let's just keep it above. Rasul Douglas, he was not 100%. He was not 100% yesterday. We did not have Christian Benford. He didn't play. I will give Dane Jackson all the credit. He did his best for what he did. That was probably the best game I ever see him play in his career. Jordan Poyer, Micah Hyde, they tried to give what was ever left in the tank. That was probably the final time we'll see them on our, in our building together. Because Father Time's undefeated. We got to move forward with them dudes, and I appreciate everything they've done for the Bills Mafia. So I will go with a sin, man. Y'all weren't ready. Y'all weren't ready yesterday.
All right. Lastly, we go to, of course, special teams, and I think this is a unanimous.
Oh man, this is burning hell. Forget a sin. Like this is burning hell. We passed sin. We passed sin. You at Satan's gates right now. Like this is past sin, bro. Like, you burning in hell. I'm sorry. Like, I know we're not supposed to say that, but nah.
Sin. Yeah, man, he did not do good. They did not do well at all. I can't. All right. Lastly, cousin Brad, let's go with coaching. I think McDermott did his best with what he had. Defensively, did not make the adjustments in the second half. I really think McDermott's going to have to really consider whether he's going to have a defensive coordinator or not, because he did a fantastic job with his defense this year. Got to give him his props, but it may be just too much to manage a game, manage an entire team, and run a defense. I don't know, man. I'm gonna give him a win. I think he did pretty good.
Okay, I will give him a win. Coach McDermott, I will give him a win. Again, you said you hit the nail on the head. He was given a situation. Go out there, stop Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce with third stringers. Good luck. No pressure. Like, that's not easy to do. Again, Rasul Douglas, not healthy. No Matt Milano. No Tre'Davious White. No Terrell Bernard. no Christian Bedford. Like, yeah, you went out there with duct tape and spit and expected to go win a divisional playoff game, which is not easy against Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce. So I will give him a win for what he tried to do, because it could have been a blowout. It could have been a blowout, and it was not. Joe Brady, I'm giving Joe Brady a win. His game plan coming in, run the ball until they stop it, and when they stop it, try something else. So I am not Joe Brady. To me, he's earned the job. He's earned the job for what he had to do. What he had to do with this team, he earned the job.
Yeah, definitely.
And he got interviewed by the Atlanta Falcons to be their head coach. So Joe Brady, man, you earned it. I will give you a win all day.
Yeah, man, definitely like Joe Brady. Would like to see him back here. Keep the continuity together. He did a fantastic job. He got the running game really to the next level. Really happy with him as an offensive coordinator. Would love to see him back next year. All right, Cousin Brad, let's go into our next segment here. We're going to go into our haters segment.
If there's any haters in here right now that don't have nobody to hate on, feel free to hate on me.
Keep the hate coming. Buffalo Against the World show.
Turn me up some more so my haters can hear.
Man, I'm going in on Stephen A. Smith today, Cousin Brad. I think Stephen A. Smith said Josh Allen did not play well, did not play great. I completely disagree. He boiled that game down to one throw that Josh Allen missed. I mean, if you're a quarterback in this NFL league, especially playing the Chiefs, you're going to miss a throw or two. And technically, it shouldn't have came down to that. I think he's got to make that throw too, because the great ones do. But I think there were several plays that cost the Bills this game, not just that one throw. And that's probably the only mistake he really, really made. So, Stephen A. Smith, you're my hater of the week.
My hater is going to go to Jerry Jones. Just Jerry Jones. Like, dude, bringing Mike, oh my God. Like, keeping him on your coaching staff is not going to help your team succeed. So, Jerry Jones, why keeping this dude? Like, you have no intentions on bringing anybody? Anybody. Bill Belichick is sitting right there. I'm not even a Cowboys fan. I'm just like, what? What? Like, dude, man, I gotta give it to Jerry Jones. Like, bro, whatever. Jerry Jones is my
Jerry has no clue what he's doing with that team.
He does not. Like, it's not dude. Tupac was alive the last time y'all won a Super Bowl. Let that sink in. Like, it's been a long time. Like, it's been a while. Like, come on, bro. Like, I don't know what he wants to do anymore.
All right, at this time, we want you guys to make sure you go ahead and subscribe to the Built in Buffalo platform. If it were not for Built in Buffalo, Buffalo Against the World would not exist. So please make sure you go ahead. All right, so Cousin Brad, let's talk about it, man. We got free agency coming up.
Boy.
This is our last season show, the Buffalo Against the World show. But we do plan to be here for free agency and the draft and next season if the Built in Buffalo team desires to continue to have us here on the platform. We want to be here, so please,
we're here for y'all.
Our show. Make sure you put a thumbs up to keep us here on the platform. We definitely want to stay here with you guys and continue the Buffalo Against the World theme. Free agents. Let's start with the free agents, Cousin Brad. My number one free agent target right now is going to be T. Higgins. I want T. Higgins as a Buffalo Bill. Really like him. I think he would complement Stephon Diggs very well. I think a lot of people are talking about free agents and draft picks for a receiver. I want Higgins. I want a veteran, seasoned, great number 2 receiver. Anybody else you thinking about?
I mean, the guy that I want on our team, we're not going to get. So, I mean, if I wanted a dude that to be on our team, free agents and draft possibilities, I gotta go with Marvin Harrison Jr. if there was any way Brandon Bean could pull that off, like if anyone, shout out to you, Trevino, appreciate it, my dude. But yeah, if Brandon Bean could somehow finagle a way to where we can get Marvin Harrison Jr. on this team, I would love it. Because I'm gonna be real, and I'm not just saying this because I'm an Ohio State fan. I've heard pros, I've heard coaches, I've heard analysts. This dude might be better than his dad, which is saying a lot. That's a lot. That's a big statement right there.
That's a Hall of Famer and a Super Bowl.
That's a big statement, right? Yeah, big statement. Big statement, bro. So, but I mean, the dude he's legit, man. He's legit.
Yeah, man. It's a lot of players. I really like our core offensive line. I like our running game. Obviously, we're going to have to get younger. We do have Ty Johnson. I want to keep him on this roster. I like how he ran the ball throughout the season offensively. Definitely want to see that number 2 receiver get better. If you can, if obviously if a guy's like Shortner or you get a guy in the draft like Marvin Harrison Jr., which I don't see, you're not getting up to a first.
That's not going to happen.
We're picking 28. We're picking 28 right now. That's already been solidified. I don't see Buffalo making a significant trade to get to the top 5 of the draft. So I think we're going to have to dream on that one.
Okay. So as far as free agents, I'm not going to go players because honestly, I don't know. I don't know. Full strength, I can't see a hole in this team. But if I would go, I would say bring in Aaron Glenn, the defensive coordinator. Bring him in. Why not? Let's see what this team can do when they start to blitz. Let's see what they can do.
Yeah,
Let's see what they can do. I like. So I would say bring in Aaron Glenn, a young defensive coordinator. I mean, what he's been able to do on that staff he's at right now is unprecedented. And I want to give a shout out to Antonio Pierce, man. You earned the job, head coach of the Las Vegas Raiders. You earned it, bro. You earned it. They love you, and they fired the dude who had pretty much no business being a head coach anyway. But Antonio Pierce, shout out to you getting the job, man. But I will bring Aaron Glenn in to be our defensive coordinator.
I like Aaron Glenn, and definitely shout out to Antonio Pierce for getting the job. Look, what do you think of this question right here? Do we keep Trey White after a second major injury? Here's my thoughts. I'm gonna say yes, but I think he needs to take a pay cut. I think him and Von Miller both need to take a pay cut to stay on this team. Again, Von Miller had absolutely no sacks throughout the whole entire season. It was not Trey White's fault that he got injured, but it is a second straight season where he's been injured for a whole season. You need to make room for guys who are impact players on this team. And unfortunately, you have been on the injury side the last 4 seasons. It's time to take a pay cut. You can't take up the majority of our salary and you're not available. So him and Von Miller, I see, and Dawson Knox as well. James just asked that question about Knox. I see Dawson Knox also having to take a pay cut as well because, again, we want to make a run. We're going to need some more impact players. Thoughts?
Okay. Von Miller, gotta go. I'm sorry. You're not worth the money we're paying you. Trey White, I am so conflicted about this, but I got to be honest. Trey White, healthy Trey White, top 5 corner in the league. Healthy Trey White, top 5 corner. You don't get much better. The problem is having Trey White healthy. I would trade you. I'm sorry. I like Rasul Douglas. I love Christian Benford. We're good. We're good. Yeah, and I like Teron Johnson. I like Teron Johnson and what he does. He's the best slot corner in the game. He's the best slot corner in the game. Tre'Davious White, bro, who knows if you get hurt again? So we would have to trade him. I would have to trade him, man.
Yeah, I don't trade him. I make him take a pay cut. Look, Rasul Douglas, he's earned that number 1 position corner. He's
Christian Benford too, man.
Prime came in very first game, made a play. This guy's a gamer. He's a gamer. His heart is in the game. I've been saying it all season. We probably need to try Elam out at safety at the departure of Jordan Poyer or Micah Hyde. He's not an NFL corner. He's not an NFL corner.
Facts.
He is 6'3". He is 210 pounds. He runs a 4.3. He has talent. And if he's not going to be a corner, you need to at least try him out at safety before you just try to move him or do something. But I think that obviously, I think our linebackers are good. I think we need to get some more depth at linebacker, though. You got Milano, you got Bernard, who emerged this year. Those guys, those two, they're amazing together. They're amazing together. I have no complaints there, but I do understand that this game is 100% injury rate. And you can get injured very quickly in this game, as we've seen the past 2 seasons. It's happened, and we didn't really have an answer. So we need to get better. We need to get bigger. We need to get stronger. We need to get faster at the backup linebacker position. So I think we should be going after guys like that in the draft as well as in the free agent market. But offensive line, solid. Running back position, solid. Probably need to replace Latavius Murray. He is old. So we need to probably get one more running back. We got Ty Johnson. We got Cook. I like those guys. Receiver. I'm going to let you take receiver, cuz. Go ahead.
All right. Gabe Davis is probably not going to be back. I would love to have him back if he comes back. Stephon Diggs, I'm going to be real, bro. You got a crossroads, bro. Either you going to fall in line or you going to keep getting this stigma, that this dark cloud that's been hanging around you. I get it, bro. You want to win. You want to win. Play like a champion, bro. Like, I mean, what else? I don't know what else to tell you. Eat your Wheaties, bro. I don't know what to tell you. Do what you got to do. Eat your pink Starburst that you on GQ's YouTube channel talking about. Yeah, I seen it. I seen your all pink Starburst. I seen it. But whatever. Story for another day. But anyway,
he did not. He refused to talk to the media. And
we know why.
We know why. Activated his Instagram. So
we know why. We know why.
You know he didn't. Know why. He knows that.
Go play with your brother. We good. Go play in Dallas. Go let Dak Prescott try to get you the ball. Let's see how that works. Anyway, sorry. That's just a little hate going out there. Because he is a good guy. He is a good dude.
He didn't mean that, y'all. He didn't mean that.
I know. That was a little. Forgive me. Anyway, Khalil Shakir, absolutely love what he's doing. Hardy, I'm sorry, bro. We could find another fast guy to return punts, so you can go. Shorter, we didn't really see too much of you. What's Sheffield? What is his name? Shearfield.
He's a 1-year deal.
You're replaceable. I would be okay bringing T. Higgins in. It depends on the money he would be asking for. Let's see what happens there. I wouldn't mind bringing Mike Evans in. I mean, if you're going to talk about a big play guy, I wouldn't mind bringing him in. I mean, we can go all day with this. There's guys all around this league we can plug into our offense. Bringing Zay Jones back, I see that. Oh, I want to give a shout out to
No.
Wow. Zay Jones is great. He's good this year. Okay, but shout out to Detroit, man. Shout out to Detroit. Shout out to the Motor City Kitties, man. I'm rooting for y'all 100%. Like, they're just as bad as us. Like, this is the Super Bowl everybody wanted. Everybody wanted Detroit and Buffalo. That would have been the Russ.
But he's old. He's older too. He's 30 years old too. I don't really want nobody that old.
I just want you to catch the ball. I don't care how old you can. You catch? Yes.
I don't want nobody. I want somebody future to surpass that we can have after Stephon Diggs is gone. I like
I don't know
that, to be honest with
you. All right, we'll see what happens. I trust Bean though. I trust Brandon Bean. I trust everything he's gonna do. Like, I have a complete faith in him. But I will bring in Aaron Glenn. That's where I will go. I will bring in Aaron Glenn.
I definitely think if you address receiver in the free agency, you have to go safety. You have to find a stud safety in the first round if you can to replace Micah Hyde or Jordan Poyer, or if not both.
Yeah.
I really think it's time to get younger, stronger, faster. We've been holding on to these guys for a while. SWAT team, shout out to them. Even Poyer made a play last night to create the touchback, but
he did.
At least Micah Hyde, he can't play this game at a high level anymore. So definitely appreciate all you've done, but it's time to get better there.
Yeah, the SWAT team, man. I appreciate everything those dudes have done, but when it starts getting to the point where you hurting the team, I mean, I'm gonna be real. Kelsey cooked you on that touchdown. He embarrassed you on that touchdown, bro. and you ain't at full strength if that happens, bro. Like, he cooked you. So, Micah Hyde, I appreciate everything you did, Ghost from Power. I appreciate everything you did, bro. But Father Time is undefeated, bro. This is being real.
Yeah, man. In business, this is the thing that people have to understand. Sometimes love and business don't go together.
True.
You may be a diehard fan of this player, but in the business, they're not good. They bad for business. Doesn't work sometimes. Sometimes you got, you know how that go. Sometimes you even got to cut family off when it comes to business. But the reality is, in the end, this is a business. This is a business.
And listen, I'm gonna go farther than that, man. Like, I love these guys. I love Jordan Poyer and Micah Hyde. Kyle Williams is probably going to be the next dude in the stadium, but right behind them would be Poyer and Hyde as far as their names in the stadium. Yeah. They earned it. Like, both of those guys, and I hope they get their names on the stadium together. Like, it would make so much sense. Right. Because those dudes together Kyle Williams is probably going to be the next guy to have his name in the stadium, but Poyer and Hyde, those dudes should have their mark on the new stadium that's going to be built.
Yeah, I really appreciate them and what they've done but they're not the guys to take this team over the hump. We're going to need to get stronger, man. We're going to need to get faster. We're going to need to get some guys that can hit. And unfortunately, they're not it. We just got a question from James. He asked, how can you subscribe? Just go to Built in Buffalo on YouTube, and you can subscribe right there to the platform to subscribe. Okay,
hit the notification bell to get all updates and future lists, videos that we'll probably be doing.
Make sure you guys do that as well. All right, cousin Brad,
it's free too.
We're nearing the end of our show. We're over time, but
we got to do this.
Our last show, man. Let's go all in. So we got obviously we got some games coming up, and we got some picks. We got 2 picks. We're down to the final 4, everybody, with the final teams in the NFL left for the going towards the Super Bowl. We have first up, let's go with the NFC. Start on the NFC side. We got the 49ers and the Lions. I'm going with the Lions, man. I really love Dan Campbell. I really want to see this team in the Super Bowl. I think they're the better football team. I think the 49ers clearly struggle when they don't have Debo in the game. So I think the Motor City Detroit Lions are a better football team. I'm going with them.
I'm going with Motor City as well. San Francisco's beat up right now. You've seen the memes with those dudes massaging legs and getting a massage gun out there. They're beat up right there. So I'm going to go the Lions. They're prime. They're in their prime. Everybody laughed at Dan Campbell when he was talking about biting kneecaps off and we're going to get up and do this. Everybody laughed at Motor City Dan Campbell. I was not. I was right there with you, my dude. I wanted you to have the lion. I wanted you to have the lion on the sideline. I wanted that. So I'm going with the Lions, man. Motor City Kitties, MCDC, Motor City Dan Campbell. I'm rooting for y'all, bro.
Yeah, I really like Dan Campbell. He's the one I'm going to be rooting for to win the Super Bowl this year. I wanted to see a franchise win it that has never won it. Unfortunately, that won't be us. Baltimore has won it before. 49ers have won it multiple times with Jerry Rice, Joe Montana, Steve Young. I really want to see Detroit win it. I really like Dan Campbell's attitude. I just played that interview over and over and over. He said, I'm going to bite off a kneecap. Then you're going to hit us in the face. We're going to get back up. I'm going to bite off another kneecap.
And everybody laughed at him. Like, when he got hired, when he got hired, I was on the Fan Cave Sports Talk. I was like, this is a good hire for this team. That's the dude you want on your team. And I'm like, everybody laughed at him.
Yep. And he said,
that's the coach you want.
He said, you're going to hit us 3 more times. We're going to get down. We're going to get back up. And we're going to come up.
Exactly.
We're going to take the fuck out of you. And guess what? Pretty soon, we're going to be the last one standing.
And
that mentality.
Bro, Dan Campbell is the coach you want to play for. He will have you ready to run through a wall for him. Yes. And honestly, every person on that Lions team will probably run through a wall for Dan Campbell.
Yeah,
Anybody would. Like, yo, that dude
Nick
is the
Campbell
guy,
will run through a
man.
wall right now himself.
Yo, yeah, he'll do it. Like, yo, he'll do it, man.
Yeah,
It'll probably happen. Oh, yeah, I want him to win a Super Bowl.
You know, I always root for the underdogs. I've always, you know, when everybody's picking these teams, these famous popular teams to win, teams who've won it before, I always want to see the underdog win. I always want to see the guy no one believes has a chance to win it, win the Super Bowl, win the big one. And I think this may be the year. I really see that fire. I mean, guys, you don't even know some of these players' names on Detroit, but they are playing lights out.
Yeah.
They are
but there's a couple teams in the AFC that they gotta have to play against. And unfortunately, I think this year's champion is going to be the Baltimore Ravens. Baltimore, they're just too good, dude. They're too good. Lamar Jackson he's too good. They're too good. Like,
he deserves.
I can't find a weak spot. I can't find a weak spot at Baltimore. Like, they got Odell Beckham Jr. like looking relevant again. Remember him?
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. Like, there's no weak spot for Baltimore. John Harbaugh is going to get another Super Bowl. So I think Baltimore is going to win it all this year.
So you obviously pick Baltimore against the Chiefs next week. Look, I also like Baltimore. I think this is Lamar Jackson's year to prove, to take the AFC. I'm not sure if he'll win the Super Bowl if he plays the Lions, but I do really like him to win this game against the Chiefs. I saw that defense; they had no weaknesses. I mean, these guys fly to the ball. These guys tackle. They're fast. They hit. They're nasty. I mean, this defense is reminded me of the old Ravens defense with Ray Lewis. I mean, these guys are Queen.
They don't miss.
They
don't
come
miss.
to knock you out. They come to knock your block.
They don't
off.
miss.
And I like that. I like the fire that defense plays with. So I
we talk about interviews. I'm sorry, I cut you off. Go ahead. I'll let you finish. I cut you off.
Yeah, I definitely see them taking care of business. That's it.
Yeah. And we talk about interviews. We talk about we laughing at players. Remember all them dudes at the combine telling Lamar Jackson, yeah, maybe he should be a wide receiver or a running back. And he sat there in that podium and said, no, sir, I'm a quarterback, sir. And everybody laughed at him last year for having his mama and his agent. Mama knows best, bro. Mama knows best. Because you see when he's on your field, you see where he could take you. That boy was worth every single cent that y'all paid that man. Because last year y'all was in the playoffs and y'all didn't have him. Now y'all in the playoffs. Kind of glad you paid him that money, aren't you?
Exactly.
Mama knows best.
He is on a mission. Shout out to Lamar Jackson. He's doing well, having a breakout season, MVP season, and I would like to see him definitely in the Super Bowl. Cousin Brad, man, we got to thank the Built in Buffalo platform for giving us this opportunity for our first season with Built in Buffalo.
Thank you.
We look forward to being back again next year. Please comment down in the chat how you think we've done on the show for our first season with the Bills. We plan to be back for free agency and the draft. We also plan to come back next season and be with the Built in Buffalo family for another Buffalo Against the World. Of course, me and Cousin Brad, we're going to be stepping it up, stepping our game up, stepping our sound up, stepping our segments up. We're going to keep doing this and keep having fun as we always do. So we thank everyone who's been supporting us, who's been watching us, who's been commenting, supporting. Please make sure you like, share, subscribe to the Built in Buffalo platform. Shout out to Game Day Hospitality, the best tailgate in the city of Buffalo. We really enjoyed them. Got some of the best wings, some of the best food, some of the best performers who came through, some of the best special guests who came through. I mean, we did so much this year, Cousin Brad. We had the song with Stevie Johnson.
Shout out to Esdre One Trey.
Yeah, man. We hit it off with the podcast this year, reaching thousands of people in Brazil, Australia. We need places Bills Mafia reached, man. And
Thailand. Yeah, I want to thank Built in Buffalo for allowing us on this platform, allowing us on their stream every single week. We hit the ground running. We appreciate every view. We appreciate every comment. We appreciate every like. We appreciate every share. We appreciate every subscription. We love that we can reach out to you guys, and Kulu hit it on the head. We want to do better for you guys next season. Like, we want to bring a whole new element to. We don't want to just be talking heads on your screen. We want to be a whole new element to this streaming platform. So thank you, Built in Buffalo, and thank every single one of you guys for watching us every week. We appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Sanders. Thank you, Chuck. Thank you, Trevino. Thank you, Scott, man. Brock, everybody who's in the chat today. Let me see if I can go down the line. Lisa, James, Chuck, Jay Reezy, Billy Williams, Jacob, Todd Borden, Byron, who is one of our frequent callers. Shout out to Byron.
Yep.
All of our callers
Stevie.
as well, man. Like we are the
Stevie
first,
Johnson.
Rick. We are the first podcast to open up our phone lines. We really wanted the fan experience. When we did the show, we wanted to do something different. We wanted to hear from the fans. We know after some of these games, we're frustrated. We need to vent. You know, this is like a therapy for us. This is like a barbershop or a therapy where we could, you know, come here and we can just express how we felt about the game. You guys know it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we'll talk about sports. We lose a game, we win a game. We'll talk about it. We'll watch the game again, then talk about it some more, and then before you know it, the next game is upon us. So we definitely need this for our mental health as Bills fans, and also just to
Oh man,
yeah,
that's gonna be tough. Like, it's gonna be a long off season.
Before you know it, Bills Mafia will be right back in here. And
I know.
Looking forward, we have a great quarterback. We have a great core. We have a great offensive line, great defensive line. Man, it's exciting to look forward to the future, and we hope to continue to entertain and to keep you guys enjoying what we do, bringing here to Built in Buffalo. This is Kulu and Cousin Brad. We are signing off. We will see you guys during free agency. Make sure you like, share, subscribe to the one and only
Feed the Pit. Feed the Pit.